We got a very special guest in studio. I'm excited to introduce you to. He's the president and CEO of a company called Onsharp. They're your online business solutions center. His name is Joe Sandin. He's been around the business now for quite some time, just doing incredible things in tech, to the point where just this past week he was out in Bismarck because the Technology Council of North Dakota actually gave him the award as the premier technology business in our state. So it's an honor. I feel like I should be, I'm not worthy. So Joe Sandin is here. It's great to have you, and congratulations on all your success, man.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
So this award, tell us a little bit about what is it? Why did you guys win it? What happened?
Yeah, so it's called the Premier Technology Business Award. So TechND gives it to a company each year that they believe has been successful in technology, either in a product or a service. So for some reason or another, I guess they thought Onsharp was deserving this year. So we're very appreciative. It was an honor to go out to Bismarck yesterday. My dad actually came up and tagged along with me, so it was a fun trip. So
that's awesome. You're always so humble because, I mean, let people know, if you're comfortable, like some of the clients that you work with and some of the things that, because I think when people hear tech, in my opinion, and correct me if I'm wrong because it's your business, but they're always thinking like, okay, how can I use tech to solve my business solutions, right? My business problems, I should say. So share with us some of the clients you currently work with, some big names in our community, and what kind of problems have you solved for them?
Sure. So, we work with businesses all across the board. So, I mean, we work with small companies looking to, kind of get in and get some technology implemented that they'd never had. And then we work with large companies as well, solving some pretty big problems. So, we work with Crystal Sugar doing website work. We work with really companies all across the Midwest, actually. So I was a developer coming out of college 21 years ago. So I had a development background. That's kind of where the business started. And I always had a passion to help people just solve technology problems. And at that time, web development, app development was really not a big thing. I had to actually learn a lot of what I learned kind of on my own. I would go to Barnes & Noble, pick up a 1,000-page book and just go cover to cover on it. So just really had a passion to build technology solutions. And I love working with business owners, entrepreneurs, like trying to help them figure out how to kind of get to the next step, right? So I felt like I always had a knack for bridging that gap between the techie, geeky stuff and then ultimately what the business is trying to achieve. So that's what we're really great at. So
yeah, I was going to say, you guys are extremely gifted at that. So kind of walk me through, because there's people out there right now that are going to be listening and going, hey, I've got this great business or this great idea, but I maybe am not leveraging tech as well as I could to either solve problems or maximize profitability. So when you sit down with clients, like, how do you take them through a process to go, oh, that's how we can leverage tech for you?
Sure. So, businesses come to us for a lot of different reasons. And really the first thing we try to do is really understand what the problem is and what we're trying to solve holistically. So I always say, I don't want to just come in and do a bunch of busy work, and I want to make sure we're solving the ultimate business problem. So we have a process we call discovery. So I always use the analogy of building a house. When you're going to build a custom house, you've got to sit down with your builder, you've got to sit down with your architect and make sure they understand what your family needs, what success looks like as far as building a house. Well, software, websites, apps, they're really no different. It's that most important piece is the architecture piece. So we typically have an initial engagement where we're going to sit down and work through all the details with the client, architect it out, create site maps, wireframes, designs, understand all the business requirements, and make sure that ultimately when we proceed with the project, we know what success looks like. If you don't spend the right amount of time on the planning side, you're highly likely to build the wrong thing at the end of the day. So it's our job to make sure that our clients don't end up doing that. So
one of the things I love about your business as well, and I keep asking, I ask Jake this, who's your business development guy, almost every time I see him, because I wait him for him to be like, really? No. But all of your coders, everybody is local, right? You're not outsourcing this to the Philippines, to India, any of that, correct?
That is correct. Yep. Our entire team, 99% of our team is literally here in Fargo-Moorhead. We do have a couple contract developers kind of across the country, but our team is highly right here. I mean, we're downtown in an office space and we are jam-packed down there. I mean, I love the atmosphere. I love building culture. I just love all the things that come with being around other people and building a culture and building a company. So we have a great team right here in Fargo. It's been a fun journey. So,
which I think is incredible, because you think tech oftentimes and people think, oh, it's being outsourced, and the fact that it's all right here is really, really powerful. Share with us a couple, because I know these stories, but share with our audience a couple of success stories of, hey, a company came to us and they needed X, Y, and Z. We put together this app, and now they're saving a bunch of time, money.
So a story I like to tell, which is probably one that Jake has never told. This one goes back quite a while, but there's a family out of Detroit Lakes, the Erickson brothers, who own a hotel down in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. And so they've been down there for, man, probably 25 years or more at this time. But to make a long story short, they had been working with somebody who kind of had them held hostage, had built them this system. It wasn't working that great for them, and they needed to build something different. And over the years of selling timeshare contracts and stuff for their property, they had accumulated all these different business rules of like how they would sell stuff. So it was a very, very complicated solution, but it needed to be redone, rewritten, and they wanted to start working with a vendor they could really trust and that would make them feel good, right? So we came in and so when we did that project, I actually helped kind of lay out the database design to make sure that we were going to be able to handle all the different data we had to keep track of, all the different ways they sold contracts, but ultimately built them a brand new system that gave them all the things they needed to be able to do, plus all those things they had been craving and wanted from their past developer. They were working with kind of a one-man show who wasn't very dependable, couldn't get a hold of him. He was hosting the system, so they were just so dependent on this. So we came in and really understood the business, helped them build this thing out. We've been partnered with them now for 15 or more years, as we've built it and enhanced it and taken care of it for them. And it's been a great thing for them. So.
Wow, I think I see an Onsharp kind of end of year celebration.
It's a great place to vacation. I won't deny that. So I would encourage anyone to take a trip down there. So
one of the things I know that you're doing as well is that you're giving out kind of a free information guide for people that are looking at maybe a website redesign, app development, maybe some software development. So what I love is that you've named the website onsharp.com/get it right. So for our audience, again, that's onsharp.com/get it right. It's free information there. But what I want to know from you is, why did you call it Get It Right?
Well, I'm a big believer in getting things right the first time. Unfortunately, we see scenarios sometimes where we're working with a prospect or a client and they end up picking a different route and they don't do things the right way and they end up wasting a bunch of time or wasting a bunch of money doing it the wrong way. So, at the end of the day, the right solution's the right solution, no matter how much time, energy, cost it takes. And we're very honest with our clients. So it's our job to say, okay, if this is what you want, this is what it will take. We're not going to sugarcoat it. We're not going to give you some BS answer just because we want to sell you on the deal. Like, it is going to be what it is going to be, right? So we want you to get it right the first time. So we're interested in putting that information out there for you. So if we can help you, whether you're working with us or not, make the right decisions, look at it the right way, do the right process. Like, ultimately, I want to see businesses be successful, whether they're our clients or not. So, it's the least we can do to help make sure businesses get steered in the right direction. So.
I love it. Again, check it out, folks. It's a free information guide, great information there. Just go to onsharp.com/get it right. Again, onsharp.com/get it right. Joe, I got 60 seconds left. I'll give you the last word. Anything else you want to add or share?
Wow, that's a broad question. I guess one thing I'll just share in general is I love the community that I'm in. I love Fargo-Moorhead. I love things that people like Emerging Prairie are doing with Emerging Digital Academy, which we're a supporter of. I love giving back. I've been doing this for 21 years. I by no means think that I have all the answers, but I've seen a lot of things. I've made a lot of mistakes, and I'm involved in junior achievement. So I'm over at Davies once a week helping a room of students build businesses and kind of go through that experience. So if there's one thing I just want to say, I love helping other people see the light of entrepreneurship. And if there's anything I can do to help coach, help teach, show them things that I've learned, I enjoy spending my time doing that stuff. So
I think I see an Onsharp incubator going.
Yeah, maybe. That'd be fun. I'd love to do it. So.
Really?
Incubation's a great, I think the incubator up on 19th Avenue is a great program.
Yes.
And I think, again, there's a lot of people in this community doing great stuff, and I just hope to see that continue.
We may talk about that today, later, soon. So Again, Joe Sandin, President and CEO of Onsharp. Congratulations on all your success. The award, I think it's fantastic. And one last time, just go get your free information guide at onsharp.com/get it right.